G'day, I'm Brendan Clark and welcome to Bullriding Basics. Today we're going to talk about the bull rope and specifically how to tie a knot in the bull rope. We're going to start obviously with the rope has got no knot in it, and I like to start with, sometimes when you get a new rope you've got sliders on it like this. I like to push all of my sliders almost to the top of my rope like that. I don't usually have my sliders on there to help do anything with my rope. I just feel like they get in the way. I like to try and make sure that I don't have any twists in my rope. What I mean by that, don't try and have a twist down the body of your rope like that, so when you go to tie your knot it's going to make it a little difficult. So make sure your rope's really straight. It's pretty easy like that. Right hand underneath the rope, left hand upside down rope and throw it over like that. Put your hand through the circle and pull it tight. As you can see, everything's straight all the way down. There's no twists in the rope or anything like that. Try and keep it as straight as you can. Then what I do, just come down to the end like this. Sometimes you'll find there is a little bit of a twist in the end. It's a natural twist in the end of a rope. I will notice I've got a slider down here. If the slider gets in the way, you can just move it. I will put my hand through the loop like this and keep the loop opened. And then I would just push it over the top and place it over the top of the rope of the knot that I've already made. And then I'll grab the top strands, two strands of the rope, and pull them back through themselves like so. And your knot will start to come on and look a little bit like this. Then all you have to do is just pull your rope back down, the tail of your rope back down like this, and your knot's pretty much finished. Now if you find that if you do it the wrong way, it's going to end up being a slip knot. So the only way that's different is if I'd have pulled the rope through the wrong way, this way, I would have ended up with a slip knot, and the rope can slide up and down like that, and that's not going to stop your rope from obviously getting bigger, and that's not good. So if this does happen, all you have to do is pull it back through itself the opposite way. Again, go through and make sure that everything's straight, that you don't have any twists in it, and then you can pull it tight. If something happens and you end up getting a little bit of a bigger loop like this, that's okay. All you have to do is just hold it at the bottom and pull your rope to the top a little bit more like this. Make sure you get it all straight to where you want it. And then usually one of these, it will mean one of the strands longer than the other on one side. So then all you have to do, get them straight, pull it back to itself again, and there you go, you have the knot to do that. As you can see, you can play around with your rope for a long time, but before you actually get on the bull, there's no real reason to get it at any size. Now, to make the rope bigger, obviously the loop has to be smaller. So to make the rope bigger, I just push my knot through itself again, and then pull it back down, make sure it's tight, and there you go. Knot smaller, which means the rope's bigger. The bigger the bull, the smaller the loop you'll have. The smaller the bull you have, the bigger your loop's going to be. So therefore you might have to pull your knot all the way up to the top, pull it back through itself like before, and as you can see there's a bigger loop, which means your actual rope's body is going to be smaller, which means it's going to fit a smaller bull. Now, a lot of the times when you get to this position, your rope's not going to be actually even, but what you want to do when you actually got it on your bull, just make sure that when you pull both of these tight, that everything's straight. If one happens to be longer than the other, when you pull it tight, it's not going to pull down on your rope on your bull very well. So what you want to do, I usually try to hold it at the bottom, make sure it's straight, and like I said before, pull the slack out here, make sure this little loop here is even, and pull it back. Sometimes, like I said, a lot of ropes sometimes will have a natural twist in them. This is a brand new rope. I've never had it on a bull before, so that's why you see a few more. After I pull it down on a bull, I'll usually get rid of them twists. After I ride, I like to, when I pack all my equipment up and I'm heading home, I like to pull my knot all the way to the bottom. I don't usually take my knot out. Personal preference, some people like to take their knot out, some people don't. I usually just like to take my knot right to this, so it's nice and small, and then I continue to roll it up. Well, that's our tip for the day. Hope you enjoy, and we'll be back next time for another one.